Good evening, folks. Foxhead Outdoors here, aka Cliff. It is 12 o'clock on a Thursday. It's about 60, 65 degrees out here, give or take. We are out here in the garden, trying not to show my license plates, even though most of you already know where I live. But, got some stuff going on in the garden. A little bit of updates, random stuff. Did some planting yesterday. And just in general, updates for everybody. I've got one random carrot popping up. Although, to be honest, there was about 9 of them in here, but I buried it under about 4 inches of topsoil and compost for my blackberries. Try to get these guys to produce pretty heavy this year. And I don't know what, it's one of those cart guys walking down my street. But anyways, start off over here with my big old fat head in the shade. I transplanted some of my lettuces. I've got 8 in here. I would think might do another row in just in front of that, and then I have that other side for other various tasks. But essentially what I did is I pulled out the lettuces that I have randomly growing in here. This is what I was talking about the other night on a live or last week about plant lettuce once and you never have to do it again. You just let one go to seed and that stuff just goes everywhere. And as you can see down here, I've got carrots. They're not even in the bin. They're just growing next to the bin in the dirt. I could show you other places the stuff grows, but that would be a long journey, and I don't think anybody wants to watch a 2-hour long video of me pointing out where carrots and lettuce grow. But yeah, I still got onions in here, got various carrot here and there. I got one in there. There's another one down there, hard to see, but they're in there. Still have either onion or garlic. I actually can't remember what these ones were. I think they're garlic. I think. But again, I physically can't remember because they've been kind of growing in this pot for like a year and a half. So yeah, they're just gone. And then another surprise I had one beginning of the year is I took my shade cloth off of this and I had 2 onions growing in here, like just chilling. Managed to overwinter, not freeze. I'm pretty sure these plants are 100% dead. These are the Tabascos. Yeah, these were my Tabasco peppers, and I tried to overwinter them in here, but I don't think they made it. I'm pretty much sure they're dead. But yeah, once again, quick look at the backyard. It looks so odd and empty without the barrier right there. But I do got a giant wood pile back there, about a cord and a half of wood. And there's what's left of the tree, which will probably be taken down sometime this summer. And then where my vehicle is over here, I'll be extending the crusher fine across, and then we'll be doing more gardening in on that side. Let's see, I got my 2 golden raspberries. Just waiting for them to kick into high gear. It'll be a while before they do anything, but they're in there. They've been in there for about a month. Let's see, down here I planted 1 tulip. I have a tree seed in that one. I've got tulips in there. I've got about 6 in there, and I've got about 15 or 18 in that one. That was what I did yesterday. Did plant, like I said, here's my 1 plant that popped up, 1 pepper plant. I don't know what variety it is yet. And then in here I have 2 beans, black turtle bush beans. Another project I did a couple weeks ago, I didn't film it, or actually I just did this one yesterday. So in here I have my Misty blueberries, and then on this side, on this one I have my Legacy blueberries. I figured I would get these guys in. They're in fairly deep pots, so even if they have a deep root system, they'll go pretty good. And I think it's a little better than the pot that I currently had them in, which was one of these little 16 inchers. As you can see, compared to the next to the new pot, significant difference, almost 2 inches, 2.5 inch difference. And these ones, as you can see, they're pretty much straight pipe. They're not tapered like these ones. They've got that curve on the bottom, so any root system that's going to go toward or gravitate toward the bottom it's going to want to clump up because of the curvature of the pot. But these ones are just straight root, so if I need to throughout the season, if I have to pull out the plant, I can lift the whole thing out, hopefully, and just add a little bit of dirt to the bottom, and that should be good. If not, I can always add some fertilizer and whatnot to the top of it to give it a top coat. But I mean, as you can see here, I've got a pretty significant lip. This stuff will settle, and if I have to, I can just wiggle up and add a little bit just to get the roots to splay. But right now, this is what I got. Got them all in there. Essentially made the mix with a bag of worm castings. Sifted out half a bag of each of the Grow King manure and then my mushroom compost. And then I did have a small bag of Jiffy seed starter mix that I just mixed in there to kind of loosen up the soil a little bit. Seems to work pretty decently when you do them that way. Popped open the greenhouse about 8 minutes ago. It was about 105 in here. So yeah, I had to kind of get this thing popped open. But yeah, as you can see, everything's doing pretty good. I still have to plant that tree and that tree. One of them is a peach tree. Actually, both of them are peach trees, I believe. Let's see. Yes, I got these at the orange box store. That is does not want to focus because there we go. Semi-dwarf early Alberta peach. And then this one over here is the Red Haven peach. I have rose cutting in there to see if I can propagate that. Aside from that, looks like everything is going good in here. That one was almost dead. I had to water it. It was dry as dry can be, but I mean, the petunias are just going crazy in here. Oh, looks like I finally got some more onion seeds. And then I do have, I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but I do have some good news on here. I actually finally have one of the biggest little seed heads on my lime tree, and there's another one. I should have another one over here somewhere. Where'd he go? Oh, it fell off. No. I had another one on this branch, but it looks like he fell off. That's unfortunate. Oh, there he is. He is right there. Center screen. Got a couple of these on here. It does look like the key to keeping these suckers alive is to trim them. I trimmed it last year, probably trimmed it about halfway back, and yeah, it's done pretty good so far. I still have absolutely nothing yet on my loofahs that I planted in here, but those things take a while. My pepper plant, my yellow ghost, is coming back. The leaves are nice and green on here. Getting some nice color, which is awesome. And then since I'm here, I might as well do it. This is the corn. This is about to be a corny joke, but hey folks, you know what? It is what it is. Unfortunately, this one has not started to do what I want it to do yet. It's not tasseling, but I've got some, this is my corn. This is David Tasselhoff. Just kidding. But yeah, this is actually trying to generate its own corn at this point. And this thing's only about a foot, maybe 14 inches tall. And it's actually trying to generate corn in this tiny little 2-inch pot. But, I mean, as you can see, I planted this in the winter, like sometime in the winter. But look at the roots on that. I bet you if I yanked these out, they'd be like mad root bound. Like even that one, look at the roots. Good root system on there. But yeah, here's my take on society. This one here is for Pest Hunter Outdoors. We've been talking about this one for weeks because it's funny. Ooh, and I got a little friend on here. I got a little yellow little spider. But yeah, here's a little bit of the hashtag corn porn. Yeah, I gotta rub up on that. Gotta rub that corn up on itself. Yeah, boy, look at that. Oh, that corn. Yeah. Anywho's, that's enough of that before we get too dirty. But yeah, I've got to. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about. There's another lettuce growing in there. Lettuce grows everywhere. You plant it once and it just keeps going. Oh, and let's see if I can do this. But yeah, I've also got some sunflowers in here. They're about almost damn near 2.5 feet tall. I'm gonna have to transplant these ones soon too, because they're getting too big for the pots they're already in. And then let's see how well my lime tree is doing over here. Poking myself or getting stuck in the back. Got a couple little ones. We'll see if they actually sustain themselves. I got these two up here actually doing fairly decent. Ooh, check this out. Yeah, look at that one there. That's a good sized one. And then I've got, looks like 4 or 5 more there. All right, looks like we are kicking into high gear on this one, folks. This one's actually doing pretty good. I'm super, super excited. I'm going to have, hopefully this season, I'm going to have some citrus. Only had this plant in here for about 2 years now. Don't know how old the plant is physically itself, but I've had the plant physically myself for 2 seasons. And it looks like this one's already starting to put out little buds. Same with this one. I need to get these ones transplanted soon though. Oh, and then also my bell pepper plant is coming back. Might have to trim it down again, but yeah, it's going to get definitely transferred out of this pot. It is not doing so well in here, especially considering it's on the side of the pot, not in the middle. And my other lime tree, I believe this one was, I think this is my orange. This is my orange one, and that thing is branching out at the top and is actually getting really big. Like, it is just taking off. So it's liking the warm in here. The other two aren't doing so well, but you know what? Life is a pickle, and you never know what you get when you squish a lemon on a banana. But yeah, again, little tiny 6x6 greenhouse. And it is pretty much jam-packed full of stuff. It is full of plants. And I still think this is, I kind of like this setup now. I'm actually kind of getting used to this. All my plants and everything are all up here. I don't have anything in the backyard anymore. So I have all of my stuff, all of my gardening stuff, all in one area. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what happens when you put bunching onions in a large container. Once again, these things are absolutely massive. And every once in a while, I just come and break off all the dead stuff, cut off all the little bits and pieces, yank off all the yellow bits. And that one looks like it's trying to mold on me, but not going to happen. Oops. But on the plus side, with the size of this, I've already got my first flower head, and it's barely, just about the end of March. And I'll probably have another one here in another couple of weeks, honestly, on another one of these. But yeah, this is what bunching onions looks like when you put them in a larger container or you space them out more. I am super happy with this. I mean, hell, I think that one, that's about 1 inch across on some of those. They are nice and fat. Good amount of onions right there if you were to chop it. And you can even take these things and you can clear cut them. You can just clean cut them right down here. And within a couple of days, or to be dead honest, probably within a couple of hours, that thing will already start growing like new little ones like this. They won't be that long, but they'll start, you'll see them pop up real quick. But I am going to let this one go because I do want the seeds off of this one. This plant is doing fantastic. So I want the nice healthy seeds off of here so I can keep doing what I do. And then my strawberries, as always, doing real fantastic over here. They seem to really like this setup. And it was probably one of the better ideas that I've had doing it, this layered planting system. Although I'm thinking about coming in here and maybe trimming this down a tad bit more. I don't know. Might just leave it the way it is. It looks kind of funny, I know, but it's what I had at the time when I did it, and I was kind of doing it in a hurry, and I figured, screw it, why not? That thing actually goes all the way down to the bottom of that trash can. It actually goes all the way to the bottom of the barrel. So it's like 2 feet tall, give or take. But yeah. I mean, aside from that, I mean, I really don't have anything else new, updated-wise. Let me go take you across the dirt. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I was mentioning yesterday about little grasses. So you see these like little tendril thingies that look like grass everywhere? Those are carrots. That's what they start off looking like. Start off looking like little skinny pieces of grass. And then you start seeing them with the fat little leaves, like not these ones here, but the ruffled kind of like, looks like they were eaten by caterpillar kind of leaves. And then as you can see in here, all these, anything with a fat leaf on it, I'm about 100% certain these are all sunflowers. Because I did mix a lot of the well, I did have the one sunflower in the corner. So I dropped, there's a lot of sunflower seeds that popped up in here. It's funny how they'll sit there all winter long, not do a thing. The minute it warms up, they start popping out. But I mean, look, I've got them. There's one there. There's a bunch there. I mean, they just grow wherever they want to. They don't care. I planted... What did I plant in this one? Oh, planted more peppers in this one. I believe they were... Might have been Carolina Reapers. I don't... It was a little tiny one that only had a couple of seeds in it. So hopefully they'll do something. We'll see. And then as always, my carrots. And once again, just to prove that I can grow carrots any time of the year throughout winter. Still a viable carrot. They just keep going. I have like no end. I have an endless supply of carrots throughout the winter and summer months. I've got another one over there. I can pull some of these out. I mean, again, I have an endless supply of these things. And again, these were not in a greenhouse. These were just sitting out here in the dirt all winter long. Look, I'm going to pull out another good one for you guys. I got to sit in a spot where I can do this and show you guys at the same time so you can actually see what I'm doing. So here's this one. What I like to do is I like to dig around the bottom, just under the foliage, to see what the carrot's going to be. And then quick tip on these I've learned is you push the carrot down about an inch, and then they usually just pop right out. That one was a little rooted. That one probably would have gone to seed. But, I mean, just, you can just see here, I have endless supplies of carrots. Ooh, I kind of want to pull this one out. That one looks nice. That's going to be a little one. I can tell just by the way it is. Yeah. Funny little carrot, but still edible. And I can do this probably for another couple of weeks before I completely run out and have to replant. Have done absolutely nothing over here. I just have more carrots, obviously. I did have sweet potatoes in there, but I did not have enough time for them to properly grow before the frost whacked them. So hopefully there's one or two that survived under there, maybe, and hopefully this summer they'll pop back up. More sunflowers on this side. You can see them everywhere in here. And they'll all be dead pretty much. I'm going to take all of this stuff out and redo this whole bed. I got to pull all this off, fluff it up, and plant in here the actual way I want to plant. For now, this was all just kind of temporary for the winter. My two pots here, unfortunately, they did not survive. I did plant some hardneck garlic in there that I got from Canada. They did not make it. So, don't know what happened there. Maybe too much water, or they just didn't refrigerate over the season properly. I don't know. I struggled to grow them the first time, but I did manage to grow like 5 cloves, so I was decent on that one. Garlic over here is going, this is the soft neck garlic, a regular store-bought garlic, and this one is taking off. I've got a few empty spots in here, like there in the shadow where the light's at. I got a bit of a gap right in here. And then I have a very small gap right here. But I think aside from that, I think I'm going to get about 30 of these. And then I still have these two from last year that randomly overwintered and overgrew and just kept going. So we'll see how big those ones get. And then along this ridge here, I planted about 6 loofahs because I wanted to see if they would make it. And this is essentially, if they do make it, this whole trellis right here is going to be my loofahs. And then I was talking last night to CR about sustainability for planting. That is my sunflower that I did have over there. That was what was called the sunflower tree. And still got it over here, still got it. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I just have it over here. It's just attached to my thing. my trellis for various purposes and sundry reasons. And more onions, just standard regular white onions, or yellow onions, I guess. They're not Walla Walla onions, but they're just regular, like, normal onions. And again, carrots galore that don't make it. And then my one ginormous onion, I'm hoping is going to be a giant onion, because this thing is just going. It has been motoring all season. And I'm curious, I got one carrot over here that's maybe a decent one. I don't know. I'm going to find out here in a second. Ooh, I just found something I don't want in here. That right there is a cocoon for something. I'm going to set it over there in the dirt. Anyways, I was going to pull this one out because I wanted to see if this one was decent or not. Ooh, should I just let it grow? Little yellow one. Not too bad. I'd have a thicker one next to it. Nah, these are all small ones over here. They'll get bigger and thicker here as the season comes and goes. Also planted something in here too, but I don't remember what I stuck in here. Might have been the one random tulip that I had extra that I randomly found. I think I stuck it right about here. But I don't know. Half the time I plant it, and then half the time I forget what I plant things, like 10 days later, or 2 days later, or even 2 hours later. So this is the one surviving hardneck garlic that I have, which is really unfortunate because I planted about 8 or 9 in here, but this is the only one that seems to have not kicked the bucket due to various reasons. I can't explain why. I had no problems growing them the first time. It took a while, but I did get them. I will not, however, tear apart this bed, because I know last time I did that, I took a bed out and I tore all my garlic out. I missed 1 or 2, and this is what happened. So I think I'm just going to leave the garlic in that round planter for now. Let it do what it wants to do, and if it comes back, it comes back, and if it doesn't, well, I might have to import some Canadian garlic to try again. Or at least some hardneck garlic, we'll see. Or I might change it up to run some elephant garlic, although elephant garlic is kind of unusual one. You don't get as many cloves off of it. You get 1 full head or bulb, and that's about it. Usually only get about 3, maybe 4 pieces from the whole plant itself. And then transitioning, we'll go to this, my uber sad looking sunflower, which was doing great in the greenhouse, and I transferred it in here, and now it's not doing so good. So I think I'm just going to end up having to redo the soil in this pot. I'll probably just kill this guy. I don't even care. I've got more of these anyway, so. Or I let him go and let him grow and pop him in something different and keep him still alive and just let it do whatever it wants to do. Still haven't figured out what I want to do with these 2 planters yet. Those are kind of up in the air. Although, however, I'm probably just going to do my jalapenos in this one. They seem to do really well in that planter every year, so we'll do that and figure out what I want to plant in this one. Aside from that, I really don't have anything else planned at the moment, aside from reworking. Oh, yeah, and then all the bark and mulch I have over here. This is all the stuff I added to the pile yesterday from the tree getting log split and cut down. So I'm just going to let all that break down over the year, and hopefully in a year or 2 I'll have some really, really nice compost. And then I got to figure out what I want to do with this bed. I'm still going to do my rows of corn in here. I just got to figure out how I want to plan it out. Aside from that, there's my last look at the little carrots. This will probably get redone. Those peppers are dead. I don't think they're coming back. And I'm fine with that. I can put more peppers in there. It's not like I don't have plenty of seeds. And then figure out what to do on here. Probably beans or something. Last little look in here. Vibrant colors. Everything looks nice in there. I'll give you guys a fairly decent good overview of my whole front garden now. I'm all trying to block the thing over there. But that is essentially what my garden space looks like now at this point. Alright folks, thank you for joining me on this extended journey. Sort of a long overdue update, but yeah, I gotta get it in there. Otherwise I'm not gonna get anywhere. So, once again, thanks for joining me on this one. I know this was a little longer than usual, but life. Can't do everything in short videos, otherwise I'd be posting like 10 short videos a day. So, do me a favor on that way out, hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you can. And I will see you guys on the next one. This is going to be Foxit Outdoors signing off. You guys have a wonderful week.